Hey guys, and here we are back with another video, and fortunately with a nice surprise right over here. Now we all know that the Android TV box market at this moment is stagnant actually for the past 6 or 8 months or so, and it will be so until we have new CPUs on the market that will ramp up a little bit the market itself. And one of the reasons that I haven't brought so many Android TV boxes at this moment, because it's more of the same and more of the same, and honestly nothing new. In this particular case it has a few things, but before I talk about it, if you are looking for a machine that plays Netflix up to 4K, my answer is still the same as a few months ago, a few years ago: Mi Box 3 or the Mi Box S. I will try to leave a link right over here so that you guys can check that out. And it has Android TV OS like the NVIDIA Shield TV, but at a much lower cost, which is a little bit more expensive than this one. So if you are looking for Android TV OS and Netflix up to 4K, then this box is not the one for you. Try to check the link right over here. Now, talking about this one and talking about the market itself, this is a nice surprise. There are some boxes that I do test it out, and at the end of the day I just say that it's not worth it to waste some of your time, because it's more of the same, and that is it. This one here actually surprised me in a few things. Now, the first that it did surprise me was in terms of the launcher itself, because it's a launcher that it's very clean, and I was waiting for quite some time for something this to appear in a pure Android TV box, and here it is. It's called the Alice UX Lite. Now, I was searching if there was a paid version, because I actually wanted to purchase and install in other boxes that I've got, but I didn't find. So probably it was developed by Tanix, and I don't know if they are going to release it publicly or only on their machines. And one other thing that really surprised me is the Wi-Fi connectivity of this box. Usually most boxes at this target in terms of pricing and that they have an external antenna, the antenna is just for show off. This one actually works really well. I was able to get 250 megabits per second on download and 200 on upload, and honestly I don't remember which was the last budget box that I did touch that got me that result. I can't remember. So I was really happy to see that this box actually it's able to be placed far away from the router, and we will actually be able to have a good signal over Wi-Fi. In terms of the hardware, I will leave something right over here with the specifications so that you guys can take a look, but more info I will leave a link down below so that you guys can check the price and all the specifications and so on and so forth. In terms of media playback, I didn't find any issue at all. The firmware is well implemented. If your goal is to use Kodi, for example, to play your multimedia library, I had no issues at all streaming from my network attached storage solution movies up to 1080 MKV Blu-ray files, huge files in this particular case, and the box handled just fine. YouTube, I had a good experience, so no complaints right over here. The only complaint that I've got is with Netflix, but this is something that you need to are aware that most of the boxes on the market will not play Netflix over SD quality. And that's the reason that I started the video by saying if you want Netflix up to 4K, then check out the Mi Box 3 or Mi Box S. Now, in terms of gaming, once again, I was surprised. Not with the Android platform games, because it did behave well, but that was expected, like we see on so many other boxes. But there is a test that for the, I don't know, last few boxes, they haven't passed, and this one actually did, which is the game streaming test, where we can play our PC games on an Android TV box connected on our living room TV or something like that, and the computer will do all the work. But as you guys can see on screen, the box did behave really well over the network. I was able to play. In this particular case, I did try one of my favorite old games, which is Gas Guzzlers, and it was a lot of fun. I was streaming at 1080 with 60 frames per second with no issues at all, as you guys can see by some images right over there. And then finally, to wrap it up, just want to show you guys, for those that are a little bit more curious, a few benchmarks so that you have an idea, so that you can compare with other machines. But what I can say while you see those results is that there's nothing special about it. The only thing that surprised me on the positive side once again was the read speed in terms of disk, and it's actually quite fast for a budget machine. Usually we will see, and if you check all the reviews that I've done in the past, you will see that at this price point, usually the disk or the storage used is a lot slower than what we've got right over here, and we can feel that when we are using the machine. So pretty impressed with this machine, a low-cost machine with pure Android, with the exception of Netflix. Everything else, I wouldn't have any problem recommending it. And that is it. Hopefully the video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget the usual thumbs up. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.